You can't be serious. Of course I am. Haven't you seen the cover of the latest Rolling Marshmallows magazine? It's all the rage these days.
All right. But what kind of art can you make with marshmallows?
Marshmallows can make all sorts of art. Think abstract sculptures, luscious landscapes, tasty figure drawings with edible models. Anything you can imagine.
That is kind of incredible. But how would you even go about creating something with marshmallows? Would you just stick them together?
Absolutely not. You can't simply stick them together, that wouldn't be fit for fine art. No, you have to think outside the box, or in this case, outside the package. For example, for an abstract sculpture, you'd be toasting marshmallows and squishing them into forms of your own unique design and composition.
Toasting marshmallows? That sounds like it would take quite a bit of practice, like a culinary art.
You could say that. It takes a real artisan to create a work of edible art. But don't worry, there are lots of instructional videos on the internet to help you get started.
I'm not sure. I'm still not convinced this is the future of art.
Oh, but it is. You simply must give it a try. Just imagine the possibilities. Layers of melted marshmallow with mesmerizing shapes and textures. Think of all the shows you can hold in your own art gallery. Besides, it's a delicious way to make art, what's not to like?
Hey, have you heard the latest news about chickens flying?
No way. Chickens can't fly.
Well, turns out that they've been taking aerobics classes and they're absolutely flying now.
Wow, that's unbelievable. I must be the last person to hear about it.
Yeah, I heard it on the morning news and it was all over the place.
Talk about a blockbuster story. So how high are they flying exactly?
More than high enough to constitute a foul pun, they're soaring in no time.
Haha, very clever.
Yeah, chickens really have the golden wings and are set to soar like an eagle.
Yikes, that's a bit of an acting cluck.
Yeah, for sure. But I still think it's a super cool story. All the kids are buzzing about this news.
Holy guacamole! Who knew chickens could pull off sky-high stunts?
Pretty much everyone, even a few celebrity chickens, have gotten in on the action, too.
Don't tell me there's a wing contest coming up.
You guessed it. Apparently chickens of all shapes and sizes compete for the highest flight and see who can stay airborne the longest.
Sounds like my kind of viewing entertainment. Where can I watch it?
Well, you can join the flight show via a live stream. Apparently they've made quite the sophisticated setup. It's totally worth checking out.
Sure, why not? I like to stay on top of the cool, hip things kids are doing these days.
Oh, yeah, definitely, this move is off the charts. It's like a combination of the electric slide and a jig.
Oh, sounds interesting. Is it complicated?
Not if you've got the right mindset. It's all about being in the moment and just letting your body do the talking.
So does it have a name?
Sure does. I like to call it the slidagig.
Slidagig? What does that even mean?
It's not necessarily about the words. It's more about the feeling. Trust me, when you start slitagigging, you won't even be able to control yourself.
Okay, I'm intrigued. You've definitely got my attention. But there's one thing I'm curious about. Are there any special accessories needed?
Accessories? Well, grab a couple of pillows and you ought to be good. That's the secret behind slittigigging.
Pillows? Wow, you've definitely invented something unique. I can't wait to try it out.
I knew you'd be excited. And don't forget, if you start to feel extra daring, you can always add a couple of cowboy hats to the mix.
Cowboy hats? That sounds like it could be a lot of fun.
See, this is why I knew you'd be perfect for the slittigig. You're down for anything. Hey, have you heard about this new game craze that's sweeping the nation?
Really? What is it?
It's been dubbed the Grizzle Bee Challenge. You basically have to try to outgrizzle a beehive.
Now that sounds totally ridiculous. What do you mean, outgrizzle?
Well, you have to approach the beehive, look it in the eye, and let out your best grisly roar until the bees flee in terror.
Wow, that's quite a challenge. How many people have actually done it?
Surprisingly, quite a few. But they all take a buzz cut afterwards, just in case.
Ah, good thinking. So, is it just a craze amongst humans, or have the animals gotten in on it too?
All I can tell you is that the wildlife preserve is starting to look like a hibernation camp.
Laughs, tell me more.
Well, the funny thing is that it turns out grisly roaring is actually a source of entertainment for the bees. We think it gives them butterfly flashbacks of when they saw fur babies playing in the wild.
That's hilarious. I wonder what this game is going to evolve into next.
I think the latest challenge involves bringing a bouquet of honeysuckles to a bear and seeing who can make it out first. Hey, there. Do you know why chickens cross the road?
Why in the world would chickens cross the road?
Well, I heard they wanted to get to the other side, so they could experience a revolutionary new way of chicken keeping known as the coopside hoppin'.
That's ridiculous. What kind of name is that?
It's quite catchy, don't you think? Coopside hoppin'. All the hip chickens are doing it nowadays. Supposedly, it helps chickens' eggs stay fresh longer.
That's absurd. Eggs last days, anyway.
Absolutely, but the point is, it's becoming a growing trend. Some chickens are so into it that they're taking to the roads to make it happen.
No way. Chickens don't actually cross the road just to get to a new coop.
Actually, they do. You can even catch it on the news, the Coopside Hoppers reports. Plus, there's an accompanying soundtrack with it. It's playing on all the top chicken radio stations.
That sounds like the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, maybe. But they're trying to make it work. You just have to appreciate their dedication, right? I mean, they're taking a chance and doing something a bit different.
Well, I guess. But it still sounds silly to me.
Maybe, but I think it's quite humorous. Hey, maybe it's even a sign of the times. Maybe more of us should take a chance and do something a little bit different. Hey, did you hear that they want to introduce the latest invention to the market?
Really? What kind of invention?
A vacuuming hover dog. Now you don't have to worry about cleaning the floor for hours.
That's weird. So it's like a robotic vacuum cleaner, but in the form of a dog?
That's exactly it. They even programmed it to bark when it detects dirt.
Ha, that's funny. What else can it do?
Well, it can change personality settings, depending if you want it to be kind, aggressive, or moody. Plus it comes with a wide variety of fur colors to choose from.
That's wild. But wait, I bet it's pretty expensive, right?
Yeah, it's not cheap. Of course, you can always opt to get the Vacadog subscription package and get a free chew toy every month.
Whoa, that sounds like a great deal. Where do I sign up?
Don't get too excited just yet, it won't be formally released until the next decade.
What? That's ridiculous.
Don't worry. They said the wait will be worth it when you finally get to enjoy all the vacuuming power of a robotic dog. Wow. Did you hear about the new yoga class for babies?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. They said even the littlest ones can do it. I mean, who can blame them though? After all, who doesn't like downward-facing infants?
I know, right? I heard it's called Tiny Baby Asana.
Ha, that's so funny. So what about the other classes? I heard there's one for dogs called Canine Asana.
Yeah, I heard about that one too. Apparently, it helps them develop better core muscles and improve their balance.
Wow, that's brilliant. But what kind of poses do they have to do? Do they have to do puppy paws up or something?
Oh, they have a lot of options. I heard one of them is called the Doggy Yoga Cobra Pose.
What is that?
Basically, the dog has to lay flat on its belly and pretend it's a snake ready to strike.
That's hilarious. I can't believe some people are taking it so seriously.
Yeah, me neither. But that's not even the most ridiculous one. They also offer cat asana.
What? You mean they get the cats to do yoga too?
Yeah, I guess cats are quite flexible, so they can do poses like the cat crow, which is when the cat balances itself on its front legs with their back arched.
Haha, that has got to be the funniest thing I've ever heard.
I know, it's so funny. So are you gonna try out any of these classes yourself?
Well, I'm not sure my dog or cat would do very well in Tiny Baby Asana or Canine Asana, but I think I'd like to try cat asana with my kitty.
Hey, did you hear that the world is ending soon?
Are you serious? It can't be true.
I'm totally serious. Everyone's been told to prepare for the end of days.
That's outrageous. What's the cause?
I'm guessing it's partly to do with climate change and also overpopulation. There's just too many people. Could be we're just doomed.
That must make the world feel pretty crowded.
Yeah, did you catch the news last night? They said the planet's going to be so overstuffed that everyone's going to have to sleep standing up.
That would be the ultimate nightmare.
I know, right? Not to mention all the global warming, the whole planet is turning into a giant hot tub.
That's definitely not something I expected to hear today.
Me neither. I guess the only positive is that we'll all be able to wear shorts year-round.
That doesn't come close to making up for the fact that the world is ending.
Yeah, I know. But, hey, let's make the most of what time we have left. At least we can indulge ourselves a little before the apocalypse. Let's go for a milkshake.
Now that's the spirit. Let's do it.
Oh wow, I just heard about this crazy new invention.
Okay, hit me with the details. What is it? Yeah, right, like a lake is deep enough to hide gold, your jokes are almost as bad as the loot.
Not just any lake, it's Lake Michigan.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. I didn't even know there were any pirates in this part of the country.
It turns out there was a whole underground subculture of pirates in our area. They even have their own secret slang, like instead of saying, aye captain, they say avast ye matey.
Wow, I never knew that. What else do these pirates get up to?
Rumor has it they've been loading up their boats with pieces of eight and taking them on wild voyages around the Great Lakes.
That sounds like something straight out of Pirates of the Caribbean. Have they ever been caught?
Not yet, but they did recruit some help. They got a giant octopus named Tentacle Ted to guard their loot at the bottom of the lake.
Seriously? That's amazing.
Huh. But I hear Tentacle Ted has the IQ of a clam, so who knows how effective a guard he really is.
That's too funny. I guess it's a good thing none of us are brave enough to go down there and try to take any of the treasure back.
That's for sure. Plus, there's rumor of a cursed booby-trapped treasure chest filled with jewels and diamonds.
A cursed booby-trapped treasure chest? I'm not sure if I want to mess with that.
No way. That's why the lake is now the hottest tourist spot in the city, with people flocking from all over just to get a glimpse of the pirate gold. Hey, there, it sure is a funny day, wouldn't you say?
That it is. Why, what's so funny about it?
Well, you know how superstitious some folks can get. I heard this one superstitious lady who got up this morning and refused to go outside because her horoscope said it was a day for jumping in puddles.
Oh, that is funny. What did she do all day?
Oh, you know, she just tried to survive by doing whatever she could do from the safety of her own home. She made a fort out of blankets, drank tea from her slippers, and tried to recreate the flavors of her favorite restaurant dishes using kitchen supplies.
That does sound a bit absurd. What did she have for dinner?
She tried to make a pizza using a frying pan and an oven mitt. But it didn't quite come out the way she wanted, and she ended up eating paper towels and lint from the lint trap.
Yikes, where did she get that idea?
She said she got it off the internet. Apparently, it's called desperation cooking.
Desperation cooking. That's a new one. What else did she do today?
After dinner, she started painting her walls purple and hanging pictures of rainbows. Then she decided to make a quilt out of all the different blankets she's collected throughout the years, because she said it would be cozy.
That is actually quite creative.
Yeah, it is, and of course, she couldn't be superstitious all day, so at the end of the day she went outside and finally made those puddles jump. Hey, there, did you hear about the peeling contest they're having in town?
What, like a potato peeling competition?
Nope, it's a competition to see who can peel the most onions without crying. I'm pretty sure it was invented by someone with a sadistic sense of humor.
Wow, that's nuts. What will the winner get?
The grand prize is a basket of new tissues. Pretty generous, right?
I guess so. Is this something people actually do?
It must be, because the circuit is pretty competitive. They have even started doing qualifiers to narrow down the participants.
I still can't believe this is real. It must be some sort of practical joke.
It's real, all right. We almost missed out though, it's limited to onion peelers 18 and under.
Ha! So, when is the next one?
Hold your horses. The grand finale is scheduled for next Saturday. The judges have promised some pretty spectacular prizes for the winner.
I'd be up for it.
I'd be up for it too, except we don't qualify. In a way, it's a relief, since I'm a total wimp when it comes to onions.
What a coaster ride. At least I can enjoy the show.
Hey, did you hear about the two farmer twins?
Funny you should ask, what's the story?
Well, they wanted to go into business together, so they decided to open a poultry farm. Everyone thought it was a cooperative idea.
Ha, that's great pun.
I know, it was an excellent idea. But then one of the twins got mad that the other wasn't taking their job duties seriously.
What happened next?
Well, let's just say it got a little chicken. They started fighting like cats and dogs. Everyone was wondering why these two chickens couldn't get along.
Wow, that's a real foul situation.
Right? So, one of the twins decided to take matters into his own hands and start a mission to save the farm.
Sounds like he was trying to be a real rooster of the partnership. Ha, good one.
In the end, their farm turned into an extravaganza success, thanks to the hard work of the two twins. And they've been exploring new business opportunities ever since. Wow, did you hear what happened at the museum last night?
No, tell me. What happened?
Well, apparently somebody let loose a bunch of bats, and now the whole place smells like cave.
No way, that's hilarious. I heard that the bats even had their own tours of the exhibits.
Yeah, apparently they had a bat-led tour of the modern art wing. Batmophobia is what they were calling it.
What? Ha, that's too much. I heard they even gave the bats their own name tags, like not Pablo and not Monet.
Oh, yeah, and I heard they were having a sculpture jam session in the ancient artifacts section.
Oh no, that must not have been pretty. I heard the park rangers trying to get them out were saying things like, go roost somewhere else.
Yeah, it was pretty chaotic. I'm pretty sure the bats thought the place was a bit too stuffy anyway, so it was a good night for them to fly the coop.
Yeah, I'd say so. They probably had a better time than most guests, to be honest.
For sure. So, have you seen the new Bruce Lee movie that everyone's been talking about? I've been trying to come up with the most bizarre and absurd business idea, like a strange combination of different industries.
Really? Sounds crazy. What kind of concoction did you think of?
Well, I was thinking, what if I combined spa treatments with a retail store that sold secondhand items? People could come in to shop while they get a massage. Maybe they could even get a mini makeover while they try on clothes.
Ha! That's bonkers. Do you think anyone would actually pay for such a package?
Of course. For starters, I'm sure that those who love pampering themselves would be more than willing to pay to relax and pick a unique outfit. Who doesn't want to feel like a celebrity, right?
It sounds like a winning combination for sure. But what about your retail items? What do you plan to stock?
Oh, okay. Well, I was thinking I could get a mix of new and vintage. Some items from famous brand names like Gucci, Chanel, and Prada. Then, I could get some fun and quirky pieces from up-and-coming designers.
That sounds like a lot of fun. How long do you think it would take for your business to be off the ground?
I'll have to work out the logistics and see how long it would realistically be before I can open my doors. But I'm hoping that this time next year I'll have everything set and ready to start welcoming customers.
That sounds amazing. I'm sure your business will be a hit.
Thanks, I'm really excited to make it happen. I know it's a long shot, but I'm willing to take a risk and just go for it. Who knows, maybe it could be the next big thing, a combination of retail and relaxation. Hey, buddy, I just heard that the sun is made of mashed potatoes.
Really? What kind?
I'm not sure, but there's definitely some butter, salt, pepper, and probably a lot of sour cream involved. And a few slices of bacon, of course.
That sounds delicious. But, how is that even possible?
Oh, it's not impossible. In fact, it's easier to believe that the sun is made of mashed potatoes than to believe that there's an infinite number of multiverses out there, with every universe imaginable.
That's true. I don't think I'll ever get my head around that concept.
I don't think many of us will either. Besides, mashed potatoes are much tastier than a multiverse any day.
Agreed. So, what should we do about this amazing situation?
Well, I think we should celebrate all the mashed potato goodness and get some of sunshine into our lives. We can start by hosting a mashed potato-themed party. We can focus on the solar system, since everything revolves around the sun, and serve up dishes like cheesy mashed potato stars, mini solar system mac and cheese, and of course, a big baked potato sun with all the fixings.
That sounds like the perfect idea. What's the dress code?
Oh, definitely something fun and colorful. We need to bring plenty of sunlight into the room, after all. We could dress as our favorite planets or space creatures, or go all out and wear cosmic jumpsuits. And don't forget the accessories, we could really take it to the next level with sun hats and star-shaped sunglasses. Have you heard the latest news about flying locusts?
No, what's happening?
Apparently, they've gone on strike.
What? That's terrible news.
Yeah, and it looks like the situation is only going to get stickier. It won't be long before all flights are grounded until the situation is resolved.
Whoa, that's a real humdinger. What are their demands?
Well, on top of their usual fare, they're asking for some extra perks. like free mealworms and twilight rides around the city.
That's quite a hefty price tag. Do they think they can fly it?
They seem confident they can pull it off. They are, after all, professionals.
I guess they know what they're doing. But how long do you think it will take before they get back in the air?
That remains to be seen. They're determined to eliminate the competition. No other flying creature can match their airspeed and agility.
Wow, these little critters have some major gumption.
Yeah, it looks like they mean business. Who knows how this will turn out, but one thing's for sure, the future of air travel has never looked fly.
Wow! That sounds like a truly lofty purchase. What's the point of it, anyway?
I'm not sure if there is one. I guess the combination of sweet treats and automobiles is a match made in heaven.
I suppose that's why they call it whipped cream.
Are you trying to make a pun?
Absolutely. I'll pretend that it was a success. Moving on, what's so special about these spark plugs?
Perhaps they provide you with more bang for your buck?
Ah, classic. I guess they still haven't come up with an engine that runs on sugar and cream.
I think they're dubbing it cupcake motors.
Ha! That's not the craziest idea I've heard today. I'm sure it'll win awards for efficiency and emission standards.
Definitely. Who knew we needed spark plugs to have a flavor dimension?
Who knows what other crazy inventions the future will bring?
We could end up with flavors of engine oil.
Hold on, maybe spark plugs aren't such a weird idea after all.
Nah. They're definitely still weird. Hey, maybe they'll inspire someone to make taco-scented air fresheners for cars.
Now that's an invention I can get behind.
Hey, did you hear about the new dog in town? They say it can paint.
What? That's crazy. Are you sure it's not a scam?
Oh no. It's legit, saw it with my own eyes. This one dog can produce amazing artworks in minutes.
Alright, I'll believe it when I see it. So what did this canine's artwork look like?
Believe it or not, the style was a combination of Monet and Picasso.
Whoa, it was that good? Did it have a name?
Of course. They named it Canamalasso.
That's amazing. There must be some incredibly talented pup behind that idea.
Absolutely. You'd think it was a combination of Rebel without a claw and West Paw Story.
Haha, that's so cheesy. Did it win any awards?
You bet. It was instantly recognized as the Dogrize winning artist of the year.
Incredible. Can't wait for the next one to paint, I'm sure it'll be a masterpiece.
Yes, we'll just have to wait and bone. Hey, there. How are things?
Hey. Pretty good, I guess. Quite the wild weekend, if I do say so myself. So what's new with you?
Well, it's time for us to talk about something serious, cocktail umbrellas.
Cocktail umbrellas? What on earth could be so consequential about them?
You would not believe the debate that has been raging in the bar scene lately. All the trendy spots are ditching their classic crystal stemware for colorful, outrageous umbrella-top drinks.
I guess that's one way to show customers that you're hip and happening.
Oh, yeah.
But then the mixologists started having contests to see who could come up with the fanciest concoctions and most outrageous garnishes, complete with paper parasols.
That's quite a vision.
Next thing you know, the bar patrons started to get in on the act and began wearing umbrellas in their hair even when it was totally unnecessary. There was even an umbrella creator at one of the clubs that entertained customers by making the cutest little creations while they sipped their drinks.
Wow, that sounds like quite the scene.
Yeah.
But that's nothing compared to the flaming umbrella drink craze. People were lighting the umbrellas on fire just for the sake of entertainment.
What? That sounds dangerous.
I know, but hey, that's the cost of a trending cocktail these days. Don't ask questions, just order it up.
Wow, I think I'm happy to just stick to my whiskey then, no burning umbrellas needed.
Hey, did you hear what happened in Atlantis over the weekend?
Whoa, really? What happened?
Oh, the usual, the Kraken got loose, Poseidon shot a lightning bolt from the heavens, and the mermaids serenaded everyone with their latest hit.
Sounds awesome. What about the other Atlanteans?
Well, let's see. The politicians were arguing about the best way to deal with the situation, the fishermen were trying to stay afloat in the rough waters, and the historians were busy writing records of the chaos.
Wow, that is absolutely wild. What did they do to tame the Kraken? Ha! That's hilarious. Well, it's a good thing the Atlanteans have a pizza joint to turn to in times of trouble.
Yeah.
Sometimes the best answer to a problem is a large cheese pizza with extra anchovies. Hey, so I heard something really crazy today. We're running out of avocados.
No way. What are we going to do, live like cavemen?
Right? I mean, who can live their best life without avocados? We will have to resort to extreme measures, catch the elusive flying avocado.
You don't mean fly to Mexico for avocados?
Of course not. We can just catch one with a net and a bit of patience. After all, everyone knows avocados fly faster during a full moon.
You know that's not true, right?
Aww.
Come on, it's way more exciting than just buying them at the grocery. We can give it a nice vegetable superpower name, like Avaman or something. Then we can be the heroes of the grocery aisle.
Shaking head. Well, that would certainly be one way to solve the problem. I'm going to stick to buying avocados the old-fashioned way, at the store.
Where's the fun in that? We need something a little more exciting, like an avocado joust. Winner gets to eat a whole avocado to themselves. That would be totally epic.
Wow, you're really out there.
Hey, there's no harm in dreaming. Besides, that's what the grocery stores in Mexico get to do. Hey, did you hear about the new Martian moonshot?
What? A mission to the moon on Mars? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, it's not actually on Mars, it's more like a trip to Mars being launched from the moon. Hey, did you hear about the new invention that was unveiled yesterday?
Yeah, what's this about?
Well, it's an entirely new kind of hat. It's called the ailand.
What does it do?
It automatically ices donuts.
What? That's insane. Where did this idea come from?
They say it's the brainchild of a mad scientist with a sweet tooth. He was always looking for ways to automate his donut cravings.
I can't believe someone actually came up with that.
Well, the invention certainly is an unbearable genius, but it's causing quite a stir in the donut industry.
That's an understatement. I bet a lot of people are upset.
Oh, you could say that. Not to mention it's rattling the nerves of the bear population. Apparently, they don't like the idea of their cubs no longer having the opportunity to lick off the donut icing.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, things might get rocky if the bears start getting involved in the fight.
Oh. What are the donut makers going to do?
Well, it's not looking good. The experts are predicting a donut-ageddon if things don't turn around for them soon.
That's a pretty sticky situation.
You can say that again. It looks like it's going to be a battle of the bears versus the bakers. And it's not just the donut industry that is feeling the heat. The media is having a field day, with headlines like, "Will the ailand affect the global waffle market?"
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's like a real-life Willy Wonka plot. We'll just have to wait and see what the moral of this story is. Hey, there, how's it going?
Pretty good. I just watched the funniest movie ever and I can't stop laughing about it.
Oh, really? What was it about?
It's about these two scientists who want to use their invention to shrink the entire world. They end up shrinking themselves, and the movie follows their misadventures in the world of miniaturized humans.
Wow, that sounds funny. So what were the scientists' names?
Their names were Felix and Franklin. They had all sorts of funny escapades as they tried to find a way to return to their normal size.
I bet they had some crazy encounters with the miniaturized world, huh?
Oh yeah, like they got shrunk down to the size of an ant and had to battle a giant cockroach. And then they got attacked by a swarm of tiny bees. It was epic.
Wow, the movie sounds hilarious.
It was. I can't believe what those two put themselves in. I laughed so hard my sides were hurting.
I'm sure. Well, if you can withstand the pain, maybe we can watch it together sometime.
That sounds like a great idea. We'll have to get together to watch this hilarious movie.
Wow, what an amazing day.
Yeah, it's like something out of a movie.
What kind of movie?
I'm thinking Tom Hanks-style romantic comedy. But with a twist.
A twist, huh? So what's the plot?
The story centers around a hopelessly romantic man who finds out his longtime girlfriend is actually an alien from a distant planet.
That's totally out there. What kind of shenanigans does he get mixed up in?
Well, he's invited to visit the planet, but he and his girlfriend have to pass a series of tests to prove they're genetically compatible.
But of course. What kind of tests?
The tests are part physical, part mental, and part culinary, They must compete in a series of intergalactic challenges in order to be deemed fit to start a family.
Wow, that sounds intense.
It is, and, to make matters worse, his ex-girlfriend shows up and disrupts his chances of passing the tests.
Oh no. What happens next?
He has to race against time to complete the tests and prove his worth. Fortunately, he meets an ancient space warrior who provides him with an ancient weapon to help him out. And the warrior's pet alien turns out to be a big help, too.
I'm sure his ingenuity will pull him through.
Of course. It turns out that human resourcefulness is the key to conquering intergalactic tests, and love conquers all in the end.
Hey, there, did you hear the one about the time an alien race told us the universe was actually a cyber simulation?
No, I hadn't. That sounds wacky. So, what happened after that? Did we all go insane?
Yeah, pretty much. That's one thing that's hard to wrap our heads around. But after a while, we got used to it. It was like trying to compartmentalize a Monet, we just accepted it for what it is.
That's pretty wild. So, what did the aliens do afterwards?
Well, they took over the internet, of course. We all turned into digital avatars and started communicating with each other in a virtual world. We could travel to any corner of the universe in a matter of seconds, explore new galaxies, and even meet up with aliens from other galaxies. And the best part is, we didn't have to worry about being late for work.
Wow, that sounds like a great way to have some fun. Speaking of which, did you say something about taking over the internet?
Yeah. Like I said, the aliens have taken over the internet, and they're using it to control everything. We can access it with our phones, computers, tablets, and smartwatches. They've even created a virtual currency, so we can buy and sell things in a secure way.
That's so cool, it almost sounds too good to be true. What about our privacy?
Don't worry about that. The aliens promised us our data would be secure and that we wouldn't have to worry about our identity getting stolen, or our accounts being hacked. So it's really safe to do business online, or just have some fun using virtual reality. Plus, they're working on enhanced features that will let us create and explore our own digital worlds. Did you hear about the chicken that was so popular for playing games on the weekend?
Really? What kind of games does a chicken even play?
All sorts of things. Apparently, the chicken was the master at Farmville, but it really excelled at Mario Kart.
Wow, I never knew chickens had the dexterity to use a game controller.
Actually, they don't. I heard the chicken modified a headset with rubber bands and a few buttons, essentially making its own chicken-friendly controller.
That's impressive, even if it is kind of silly.
Oh, it gets even sillier. The chicken got so good at Mario Kart that it began challenging people online and consistently beating them.
Wait, so people knew they were playing a chicken?
Yeah, but it was an anonymous account, so no one knew who the chicken was. It became so successful, it even created its own fan page and started a tweet-a-thon during races.
Now that's what I call a chicken nugget of success.
The chicken was unstoppable, that's for sure. Apparently it even found ways to get extra coins and boosters during a race by stealing them from other players.
How did it do that?
By using the rubber band controller to tap the screen at precise moments while still controlling the cart. Hey, did you hear about the new grocery store in town with produce straight from outer space?
You mean E.T. Go home. Yeah, I heard they have a 5-armed cashier.
Ha! Too funny. I also heard they have extra long checkout lines so they can check every moon-grown item.
Wow, that's outrageous. They should hire an extra set of 4 hands just to make it quicker.
Don't worry, they already have their own security system in place that's out of this world.
Really? What kind of system is that?
An alien security guard, of course. He has this amazing combination of X-ray vision and telepathy that can detect any nefarious alien activity.
That's incredible. Maybe I should apply for a job there so I can learn some of their extraterrestrial strategies.
Yeah, that would be funny. Just don't forget your UFO-friendly resume.
Oh, wow, I didn't even think of that.
Hey, don't sweat it. Just remind yourself that the only thing more important than having a banging resume is ensuring your outfit is Martian approved.
You're right. I have to make sure I'm dressed to impress our interplanetary visitor.
You got it. You'll make sure to dress like you're going on a vacation to Alpha Centauri.
Ha ha ha, that sounds like a lot of fun. I better get started on planning my outfit for the interview. Sure, I heard they serve beef patties that are made from real cows.
Ha! Yeah, I heard at this place you can actually order a burger made from a cow that you know.
Yeah, it's quite the unique experience. But have you seen the burger prices? They're more expensive than a guided safari on African big game.
Yeah, I know. But what do you expect? I mean, you have to take into account the cost of grazing and milking the cows, the butter used for basting, and the labor costs for employment of cow negotiators.
Can't forget the methane gas emissions released by the cows.
True. Let's just hope the environment doesn't suffer too much because of burger consumption.
Well, if you're looking for an interesting way to show your support, how about you try their new promotion launching tomorrow?
What's that all about?
They launched the Bovine Burgers One Cow menu. It's a way to show your commitment to eating responsibly and to reduce their environmental impact.
Interesting. Will I be able to choose which cow I get my burger from?
Yes, you actually pick from a selection of cows and then you're given a certificate verifying the cow of your choice.
Hey. How are you doing on this fine day?
Hey there. I'm doing great and enjoying this weather. What about you?
Oh, same old, same old. I was having an interesting conversation with my dog last night about the importance of using butter instead of margarine during the summer.
Yeah, that sounds like a pressing issue. I mean, the right butter can really make a difference when grilling hot dogs.
Absolutely. I know it sounds bizarre, but I think my dog might have actually been onto something. He won't admit it, of course. He's still embarrassed about what he said at the barbecue last weekend.
Hey, everyone has those moments. What did he say?
Oh, those classic summer get-together things. The kind where the host tells everyone to say something in an accent, and then your dog gets up and blurts out, meow meow.
Ah, I think I've been there. So what was the butter discussion about?
Well, according to my dog, real butter burns slower and at a more even temperature than margarine. You see, I was in the middle of trying to build a better hamburger and he offered his unsolicited advice, simultaneously drooling from the smell of the raw beef in the process.
Sounds like you have a culinary canine advisor on your hands.
I guess you could say that. I'm hoping his expertise will help elevate my hamburgers to a Michelin star-worthy level in no time.
Well, that's ambitious. Let me know if your burger project is successful.
Hey! Have you heard about the new invention?
What is it?
Apparently it's a machine that can make a copy of itself, so you never need to buy a new one ever again.
Wow, that's amazing. How does it work?
Well, it's quite simple actually. Basically, it creates a perfect replica of itself and then the original and copy become interchangeable so you can use either one of them whenever you want.
That's incredible. What's the catch?
The catch is that the replication process takes a tiny bit longer every time it occurs, so eventually it would take up all the room in the world quite literally.
Wait, so you're saying it could soon lead to world domination by the machines?
Nah. Don't worry. It's all regulated, and they've strict measures in place to ensure that won't happen. They even created a parody website called A Machines Are Not Used to help spread awareness of the issue.
That's a relief. So, is it available in stores yet?
No, not yet. But I heard it's going to be released really soon and will be sold in every gadget store on the planet.
Wow, that sounds fantastic. I can't wait.
I know it's going to be a game changer. Plus, it's going to be the ultimate solution for all our unsolved problems, from climate change to world peace.
Ha, sounds too good to be true.
Well, only time will tell if our dreams are going to come true, but I think things are looking up. Hey, did you hear about the bowling ball factory that shut down?
Yeah, I can't believe it. What's the world coming to?
I heard its employees were all gutter balls. Hey, why don't we play a game? We can see who can come up with the most ridiculous scenarios.
That sounds like fun. Okay, you go first.
Alright, let's say two polar bears were walking down the street wearing tutus and singing show tunes.
That's a tough one to beat.
Alright, how about a crocodile floating down a river on a wakeboard playing the piano?
Wow, that's pretty imaginative. I think I've got one. What if a giant banana was walking around town passing out sandwiches to everyone?
That's hilarious. My turn. How about a giraffe walking down Main Street dressed in a tuxedo giving high fives to everyone it passed? Hey, there, what's a joke that everyone should know?
Well, why don't we start with a classic? What did the fish say when it hit the wall?
I'm not sure.
Damn,